Hello all. Today is the Senior Citizens Deaf Wellness Program, and today we were discussing physician-assisted suicide and the law that will be on the ballot, question number 2. And that law would either allow patients to commit suicide or not, and that will be on November 6th, and it's question number 2. And we're discussing today why we should vote no and why we should be against that law. So I'm happy to introduce our guest presenter today, Dr. Joseph. All right. Welcome. Thank you for coming today. Your presentation was wonderful. It was great to listen to. And if you could just let us know what kind of doctor you are, where you work, where you live, a little bit of your background, and why you feel you've been called to be. Go ahead.
Thank you, Father Sean. I'm a cardiologist and I specialize in heart failure, a condition where the heart doesn't work and in many cases could be life-threatening. And I work directing the heart.
Okay, go ahead.
I work directing the heart failure program at the Veterans Affairs Healthcare Center in Boston, located in West Roxbury. And I also hold an appointment at Brigham and Women's Hospital. And I'm a parishioner at Sacred Heart Church in Newton.
And what has been the most influence for you about question number 2, that you need to let people know that they should vote no? Would you mind explaining what's impacted?
Father Sean, as you asked, what made me a doctor, what appeals to me and why I became a doctor is the fact that you can help people live longer, healthier lives. We even take an oath to make sure that we do nothing to end life. So, as a physician, this law strikes at the very heart of why I became a doctor, asking my profession to become dealers of death. There are also many flaws with this law, how it will affect the medical profession, the patient, and society. Because of all this, I think it's absolutely urgent that this ballot initiative be defeated.
And in your presentation, I was listening when you were talking about caring for people who are dying, and that you can see God's presence in that situation. And I was just wondering if you had a particular story about how God has been present in your work.
Yeah, I mean, dying is such a powerful experience to witness. There is so much good that happens as someone faces death with calmness and faith. So, I have seen and been involved with many situations, but one particularly I'll never forget. I took care of a Monsignor who was dying of cancer, And even though he could get all the pain medication he wanted or needed, he refused to do so and decided to suffer through his pain. But he had such a calmness about him of offering up this suffering to God. It was unbelievable. And I'll never forget the meetings I had with him, but also the final about half an hour of his life when I was fortunate to be there when he finally passed away. He had such a almost beatific smile, no sign of any suffering, although he was suffering terribly. And in this autumn twilight, I just could feel that God and His angels were present to receive the soul of this man. And that was a very powerful experience of how a person can die in grace. And of course, we'll never forget the final years of Blessed John Paul II and how he offered up his suffering with the Parkinson's disease in full view of the world. That also shows us that the final moments of a person's life, however sick they are, can be truly dignified. There is no reason to commit suicide in the false hope of dignity.
Also, in your presentation, we're talking about doctors as a whole feel that question number 2 is not in line with the profession. And I thought perhaps some doctors wanted to support this law, but I'd like you to mention about what you're saying about the American Medical Association, how they're against this law.
Medical associations in the US and across the world have opposed suicide assisted by doctors. The American Medical Association has put out a very, very strong statement against physician-assisted suicide. The Massachusetts Medical Society voted overwhelmingly, I think it was about 75%, in opposition to this ballot initiative. And the World Medical Association also has opposed this. So has a number of other organizations. So even bodies such as this, purely secular, oppose this because they know that this will strike at the very heart of what medicine is supposed to be.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And thank you for sharing with us so that we can understand the value of life. That life is a gift from God. That He is our Creator. And we will always pray for you and your wonderful work as you help people. And hope that you will see God's presence through your work. God bless you.
Thank you, Father Sean, and I'm privileged to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.